My girlfriend said, "I need time to explore my options. Please respect that." I agreed. 6 weeks later, she came back saying she missed me. I said, "Too late." She found out the hard way. I was already engaged. Hey viewers, real quick. Only 8% of you watching are subscribed and the channel's kind of stuck right now. If you enjoy these stories, hitting that subscribe button would really help us keep going. Thanks. Alright, so this just happened, and I'm still kind of shaking, but holy crap, you guys are not gonna believe this. So my ex Claire shows up at my door yesterday crying her eyes out, talking about how she made the biggest mistake of her life and wants me back. Problem is, Amy, my new girlfriend, is literally wearing the engagement ring I just gave her. Let me back up because this whole thing is insane. Claire and I dated for like a year and some change. Things were going good, I thought. We were talking about maybe getting a place together, and I was even looking at rings online late at night like an idiot. Then she hits me with this bomb like 10 weeks ago. Says she needs to quote-unquote explore her options because I'm her first serious boyfriend, and she doesn't want to wonder what else is out there. I'm sitting there like, what the actual hell? She wants to go date other dudes, but keep me on the back burner in case it doesn't work out. Real classy, right? But here's the thing. I didn't fight it. I didn't beg. I just said, okay, cool, you do you. She looked shocked, like she expected me to cry or something. Soon as she left, I downloaded every dating app known to mankind. Figured if she's exploring options, then so am I. Best decision ever, because that's how I met Amy 3 days later. Amy is a nurse, and she's just different, you know? Like Claire was always second-guessing everything, but Amy knows what she wants. We went on one date and I'm thinking, damn, where has this girl been my whole life? We've been together for 8 weeks now, and it's been incredible. She's funny and smart and doesn't play games. When I asked her to be my girlfriend after 2 weeks, she didn't need time to think about it. She just said yes. Last week I proposed. I know it's fast, but when you know, right? Amy didn't hesitate for even a second. Just started crying happy tears and said yes immediately. So yesterday, Amy posts the ring pic on her Instagram story, and apparently one of our mutual friends screenshotted it and sent it to Claire because my phone starts blowing up an hour later. She shows up at my apartment 3 hours after the post looking like she hasn't slept in weeks, asking if it's some kind of joke. I tell her, nope, it's real, I'm engaged. You should have seen her face. Pure shock. Then she starts getting loud about how I can't be serious and it's only been 2 months and I'm just doing this to hurt her. I told her, look, you wanted to see what else was out there. I did the same thing. Found someone amazing. End of story. She completely lost it. Started raising her voice about how I was supposed to wait for her and how dare I move on so fast. I'm like, wait for what exactly? You literally dumped me to date other guys. Then she says she realized what we had was special and she wants to try again. I asked her point blank if she'd met someone better than me during her little exploration, would she even be here right now? She couldn't answer that. I told her Amy and I are getting married next spring, and that's final. Claire starts crying saying I'm making a huge mistake, and Amy is just a rebound. Amy heard the whole thing from inside and came to the door. She looks at Claire and goes, I'm not a rebound, I'm an upgrade, stone cold delivery. I almost started laughing. Claire got even more upset and said something nasty about Amy, not knowing what she's getting into. Amy just shrugged and said, I'm getting into a relationship with someone who actually wants to be with me instead of treating me like a backup plan. Claire left, but she's been texting me nonstop since then, saying I'm rushing into things and I'll regret it and blah blah blah. The funny part is my friends and family all think Amy is great. Even my mom, who usually takes forever to warm up to my girlfriends, thinks Amy is perfect for me. When Claire called my mom yesterday trying to get her to talk sense into me, my mom basically told her she made her choice and needs to live with it. My buddy Jake put it best. He said Claire thought she could put you in storage while she test drove other models, but forgot you're not a car, you're a person with feelings. That's exactly what happened. She wanted to keep me as her safe option while she shopped around for something better. When she couldn't find anyone willing to put up with her nonsense, she came running back, expecting me to be sitting there waiting. Plot twist. I moved on and found someone who didn't need convincing to be with me. Amy and I are planning the wedding now, and honestly, I've never been happier. She knows what she wants and goes after it. No games, no drama, no exploring options. Just two people who want to build something together. Meanwhile, Claire is still single, from what I hear through Jake, who's still friends with her roommate. Apparently, the dating scene wasn't as fun as she thought it would be. Shocking, right? Update. Okay, so this was 5 days ago, and Claire has been persistent, but not completely crazy. She's been texting me pretty much daily asking to talk. I've been ignoring most of them, but some of my friends think she's genuinely sorry, and I should at least hear her out. She called my sister Monday, which was annoying, but not totally out of line, since they were friendly when we dated. My sister told her she thinks I'm happy with Amy and should leave it alone. Tuesday, she asked Jake to give me a message that she wants to apologize properly. Jake told her I'm not interested, but she could try texting like a normal person. Wednesday, she sent this long text about how she's been thinking about everything and realizes she handled the whole thing wrong. Says she panicked about commitment and made a stupid decision. Wants to meet for coffee to apologize and get closure. I showed Amy the text, and she said it's up to me, but I should be prepared for Claire to try to convince me to take her back instead of just apologizing. Thursday, Claire texted asking if I got her message. I finally replied and said I'm happy with Amy and don't think meeting up is a good idea, but I accept her apology. She immediately called me. I answered because Amy was right there, and I figured why not. Claire starts off saying she's really sorry and knows she hurt me. Then she pivots to asking if I'm really sure about Amy and if I think I'm moving too fast. I told her that's not really her business anymore. She says she's just worried about me making a decision based on being hurt by her. I said, Claire, I'm not marrying Amy to spite you. I'm marrying her because she's amazing and we're compatible. You had your chance to figure out if you wanted to be with me, and you chose to explore other options instead. She got quiet, then asked if there was any possibility of us being friends eventually. I said, maybe someday, but not while she's hoping we'll get back together. Amy gave me a thumbs up during the whole conversation. She's not threatened, just glad I'm being clear with Claire. We set our wedding date for next April. Small ceremony, just family and close friends. Planning a honeymoon in Greece. Final update. So this is pretty much wrapped up now, but wanted to give you guys the ending. About 2 weeks ago, Claire texted me one more time, saying she was moving to another city for a job opportunity and wanted to say goodbye properly. I thought about it and decided to meet her for coffee since she was leaving anyway. Amy was cool with it and actually suggested it might give Claire the closure she needed. We met at a neutral coffee shop. Claire looked better, like she'd been taking care of herself again. She apologized for how she handled everything and said she understood why I moved on. She admitted that her dating exploration hadn't gone well, and she realized she'd given up something good because she was scared of commitment. Said she wasn't trying to get back together, just wanted me to know she understood she messed up. I told her I appreciated the apology and hoped she'd learn something from the experience. She asked about Amy, and I told her, Amy makes me really happy. Claire said she could tell from how I talked about her that it was serious, and she was genuinely happy for me even though it hurt. We talked for about an hour total. It was actually kind of nice to end things on a better note. She moved to Seattle last week for some marketing job. Amy and I are doing great. We found our wedding venue and booked the photographer. Her family loves me and mine loves her. Everything feels easy and natural with her. My friends say they can tell the difference in how I am now compared to when I was with Claire. Apparently, I'm more relaxed and confident. Amy brings out the best in me instead of making me question myself. The whole thing taught me that when someone shows you they're not sure about you the first time, believe them. Claire needed to explore her options to figure out she wanted me, but Amy knew from day one. Some people need to lose something to appreciate it. Other people appreciate what they have while they have it. I'm glad I ended up with someone who falls into the second category. Claire learned that grass isn't always greener, and some decisions can't be undone. I learned that the right person doesn't need to shop around to know they want to be with you. Pretty good lessons all around, I think.